It's Thursday, July 22nd, and you're tuned in to the Tniab podcast. I'm Vince.
I'm Anthony.
And this is the Geek Chic Culture Show. We talk about all the cool things in the whole wide world.
All of it?
All of it, man.
Damn.
All of it.
Damn, son.
All the good things. Cool things. Great things. I don't know.
You know the deal. We don't gotta tell you.
We don't be specific here.
We've been doing it long enough. We know what's up.
Yeah, listen. If we say it's cool, it's cool.
It's cool. Don't fucking question me.
Yeah,
bitch.
man. You don't need a preview to the show. That's why you're here. You're going to listen to it anyway. Who cares?
All four of you.
Yeah, that's right. Speaking of which, one of you wrote in
Nice.
with a question to chew on. Paul Chew writes in and says, what did he say?
You had it ready.
Yeah, I
and
know.
then you put your phone down.
Uh-huh.
You dropped the ball, son.
Listen, because I didn't want to use my phone.
You dropped the ball, son.
He writes, what is something that you need to watch, play, or do, but the sheer volume of the backlog / catch-up makes you intimidated to do it? I got two easy answers. All of Star Trek. There's just a lot of Star Trek.
Yeah.
There's a lot of Star Trek.
Apparently the only good one is the TNG, so that's what I
Still,
hear.
yeah, I know each of them have their flaws, but like I'd still like to know. The other one is all of Gundam. All
Just watch the origin.
No, I mean all Gundam.
Even like UC.
UC's the main one, yes?
Wait, which one's the unicorn one?
That's UC.
Unicorn.
Unicorn is
main line?
Yeah.
Damn, son.
Yeah.
Damn, son.
Yeah. But yes, every single Gundam component, but like there's always like shows and then side stories
And then they remade the story.
Yeah, and then there's like, oh, there's a special comic and there's one issue of that reveals this special colorway that this one. And
Bro,
it's
you can't
obviously
say
like
shit.
the greatest
Bro,
shit
you
in the
can't say shit.
world.
You buy all of that. Get out of here.
That's why I can say shit.
All right.
That's why I can say anything I want to say.
All right, okay.
Because I know.
All right.
I mean, to that extent, I'd also say Transformers, because there's a lot of content in the Transformers scene I haven't seen. But there's just too much. Too much. I don't got the time.
All right.
Maybe I do. I don't know. Who fucking knows?
I know one of them for me, and two of them really are two different mangas. One is Kochikame. Kochikame is, you've probably seen the character. He's like the cop with the buzz cut. He's got the kind of rectangle face.
Nope.
Right? He works in the police box. It's like the longest running manga, period, hands down. I think this month, or it already came out, it's getting its 202nd volume.
Okay. That's too bad.
It's been running since like the 80s.
Wow.
And I've always wanted to read it, but it's just so long that I'm like, do I really? Do I really? And the other one, which I actually have more of an interest in, is Golgo 13.
Oh, okay.
Golgo 13 has always been cool to me. Even like seeing Golgo 13 on the NES, and I'm like, bro, that guy's got a sniper rifle. Holy shit! I'm like six. And I'm blowing my mind here. And yeah, I think that one has like 201 volumes.
Wow.
And it's been going since the 70s.
That's a long time, too.
Yeah.
That's a long time.
So those two are just like ones I want to get into, but it's just like, bro, I don't know, man. It's pretty wild. I've done it with other stuff. Like I'm in the thousands of Ippo.
Yeah.
So like I'm only what am I, like 300 chapters behind now?
Wow.
That's it. You know, a cool 300 being at chapter 1,000.
That's a lot. Yeah, wow. Couldn't even imagine.
Yeah. And JoJo's Bizarre Adventure is reaching 1,000 now if you take all the parts and combine them together.
Is it really?
Yeah, I think this wiki says that it's at 954.
Okay. Wow, that's a lot.
Yeah.
Jeez.
So I've done it, but yeah.
I'd also like to go back and watch a lot of different common writers, but again, that's just so much.
All right, new segment on the show. We start at Common Writer.
No. No.
Episode by episode.
Nope. No. Thank you. No, thank you. Nope.
Do you know the YouTuber Drew Gooden?
Nope.
No. It's pretty popular. But he did one where he watched a single episode from every SNL season.
Okay.
And I thought that was a pretty good way to like catch up on a really old series just to get the gist of it.
Yeah,
Like, save the
that's-
idea.
Dude, you're just skipping. You're just skipping.
Yeah, true.
Wait, he watched one episode from every season?
From every season of SNL.
So he watched like 50 episodes?
I
If
guess.
that? Not even?
Yeah.
Whatever, man.
Just a way to catch up.
No,
Cut out the middleman.
I mean, technically, it's not like there's a. Yeah, I guess technically you only need to watch like the best one every year, but that's not the same.
I guess.
That's not the same at all.
Just watch the climax episode of every season of Kamen Rider.
No, I need to know all the nuances,
All right.
all the details that don't matter, even the filler
Oh
episodes.
my god.
I need to know it all.
Like you also said Star Trek. I've also been interested in like all those like sci-fi shows, like Battlestar Galactica and all that shit.
That's a great show.
But I'm just like, bruh.
Battlestar's only 4 seasons.
4 seasons, dude. That I still listen. I started Kamen Rider Build last year.
Oh, wow.
I still haven't finished it.
Yeah, but
I'm on like episode 31.
yeah, I mean, I guess that makes sense. Yeah, okay,
Yeah.
sure.
I think the medium has a lot to do with like whether or not I catch up on stuff.
Yes.
There's actually like when I'm trying to think of like game series,
Yeah.
but I think I'm like caught up on like any long-standing ones that I would really want to do. Like maybe I could go back and play like Final Fantasy 3 and 5,
Okay.
but I'm like I've pretty much played almost every Final Fantasy.
Mm-hmm.
Metal Gear, I've done it.
Yeah.
Doom, I don't want to do that.
doesn't. No.
I played Doom 1 and then
Yeah, I don't know. Video games are a bit different.
yeah,
They're not like there's no long-standing ones, like at least continuously.
that's Kojima's next project.
Right.
He's gonna work on one series until he dies.
He's gonna get one game out, if that. Maybe we'll see. I don't know.
Yeah, there's like for me it was mostly those two manga, but I don't know. Like usually if I'm like, I don't know. It's not like I'm working out, right? It's not like
Mm-hmm.
oh I'm gonna run a marathon. Oh shit! It's just like I gotta sit on my ass and read or watch this thing.
Mm-hmm.
Like if I eventually decide to do it,
Mhm.
I'm gonna do it. It's not like it's a daunting task, really.
Mm.
It's like, oh god, I gotta be entertained for hours on end.
Mm.
How fucking
Mm.
dare I?
Yeah, sometimes I think about sitting down and watching the entirety of the Ghibli movies.
But you've never seen a Ghibli movie.
That's what I'm saying. I've never seen one,
Terrible.
so maybe
Fake
I
animation over
I
here.
should check it. But then I'm like, but do I really want to subject myself to that much torture?
Torture?
I just don't know.
That's a hot take. That's the hottest anime take I've ever heard you say, and that's kind of fucked up. It's kind of fucked up. Man, I think you've just. I can hear it. But wait, boom! There's the stamp. You are not allowed in Japan anymore. I think someone who works at customs has now just blacklisted you from the country.
You know who made a good movie?
What?
Miyazaki's son.
What? Tales of Earthsea?
Yeah, that was a good movie.
The one. Wait, did you see that?
No.
Shut up.
No.
The one where his father came out and said, "My son shouldn't have been making movies."
Yeah.
Absolutely brutal. What a man. That sucks, bro. I can't believe you. Oh, that's fucked up.
I mean, okay. For this question, going back to Paul's question,
Yeah.
I'm gonna twist it. There's some things that I kind of want to go back and rewatch, but I keep putting it off
Because it's so long.
because it's so long. Like sometimes I'm just like, it'd be cool to go watch all of Pokemon again. It's like,
Oh God.
nah.
Catch up on Pokemon.
It's like, where do I start?
at the beginning
And then it's like, where do I say, okay, I'm done?
when you catch up.
Oh, see, like
To
no,
current.
Like it's just not. It ain't happening.
When you get to the episode where Ash gets his first kiss.
oh no. So then it's like, or like, what about Beyblade? How far do I go with Beyblade?
Isn't that like 2 seasons?
I don't know.
Wait, did they make a season for Metal Masters or whatever?
Probably they're still selling that shit.
True.
Or Yu-Gi-Oh, because like there's
Yu-Gi-Oh's still going though.
like GX, and then like where are we now? 5D?
No. 5Ds is. I think isn't GX older than 5 or newer than 5D?
Is it? I have no idea.
I just know 5Ds on motorcycles.
Okay, well, whatever. Like, there's just so much. Yeah, I don't know.
Would you ever go back and watch Smallville? Or not? Was it Smallville?
Smallville?
Yeah. All 10 seasons.
Eventually.
Oh my god.
Eventually.
Terrible.
Eventually.
Who
of
are
course.
you? Disgusting.
Of course I would.
All right.
Why not?
Because you said 80% of it is bad or 90.
Yeah, but that 20% though. Dude.
Oh my god. Terrible. You should watch Lois and Clark instead.
No, that sounds boring.
The rom-com.
That sounds boring as fuck.
Oh, I had to watch an episode for school. It was boring as fuck.
All right, cool. Well, thank you for writing in, Paul.
Thank you.
We got a couple picks to go through this week. So what's up?
Oh man, let me tell you, Skate 4.
Are you sure it's Skate 4?
Well, it's just Skate.
Nah.
But people, like a year ago, everyone's like, "Bro, they're making Skate 4. Fuck yeah, they're making Skate. Let's go." And they released a new trailer.
Did they actually announce they're making Skate?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
And then they came out with the trailer today, and they're like, "Hey guys,
so they don't have any game.
just to let you know,
We're making this game.
we're making Skate still."
So last year when they announced we're making Skate, it was literally just...
It's literally like, we decided,
Yeah.
we got off the board, and the board was like, "Make Skate, motherfucker."
We got the approval. We're letting you guys know. Skate. Okay. And now it's like, it's been a year. We got concept.
We got mocap, baby. And I think the thing that pissed me off about this trailer was like, we listened to the fans, and they just show like Rico Nasty, and I'm like, bro, Rico Nasty makes good music, but she gaming, she gamer. Was she the one # Skate 4 out on Instagram all day every day?
Yeah, she was.
You guys are ridiculous.
You don't know.
You guys are ridiculous.
She a fan.
I guess.
She a fan.
Sure.
I don't know.
But yeah, that was a teaser trailer that came out.
Sure
and I'm
was.
just like, oh my god, we're not getting Skate for like another 3 years.
I was teased.
Jesus
Louises.
After that, this is just like a manga PSA. It came out.
Yeah.
Viz Media on their app, their Viz app, they released a 140-page one-shot by Tatsuki Fujimoto, who's the author of Chainsaw Man.
Okay.
So Chainsaw Man is over now. The manga at least.
Okay.
And the anime is coming up soon, and in this interim he made a 140-page one-shot manga called Look Back. I read it. It's nothing like his other work.
Oh.
I would say the only similarities is the sense of like dread and sadness that you feel when you read it.
Okay.
But it's about I think it's a girl, pretty androgynous, who is like, she's always been like praised for her drawing in school and everything, and then one day she has to give someone's drawing homework to them because they're like a shut-in, and like just their art is like leaps and bounds above hers, and it like discourages her or then forces her to draw and whatever. And it always seems like it kind of seems like more like this dynamic is more like a struggle of like him making manga, like he's not good enough and stuff like that. So it's a pretty like interesting, like introspective look, possibly a lot of room for interpretation type of manga. But it's I think right now if you go onto the Viz Media site, and you can read it for free because it's like one of the new releases. Cool. So they always have like either it's like the first 3 chapters of a manga, and like the most current 3 chapters are free, and then if you want anything in between, you gotta pay that $2 a month, bro. But that was a really interesting one that came out that I really liked. There's a new Apex character coming out.
You have a name?
I don't even remember. So the thing is that I put on a trailer today, and I was like, sweet, let's learn about the new Apex character. And it was one of the cinematic ones. And I was like, fuck. And then at the end of the cinematic one, they're like, gameplay next week. And I'm like, fuck.
Okay.
So that's really all I got. Is that there's a new Apex.
I don't understand these cinematics. Like,
you're not into the deep lore?
I thought they were all on the same side.
Yeah, I don't know, really. Like, I actually read the comic from the last Battle Pass or whatever. And, like, people are teaming up with Caustic, even though they think he's, like, a psycho killer gas machine.
Yeah, like...
it's like, bro, what?
Because, like, when Apex started, I thought it was like, oh, this is just, like, the tournament of whatever.
Yeah.
And I'm like, but they're all... not bad guys, not good.
They are good guys.
They're all friends. They're all frenemies. Like,
yeah, I don't know.
And like these trailers always team them up, and I'm like, wait, who's what?
Who's
like they
friends with who?
Like they make zero sense to me. Yeah.
So I don't know. We'll check back next week for like what he actually does. But apparently the teaser is all about like nanomachines hitting up that. Speaking of Kojima, hitting up those nanomachines, like being able to get information on different enemies and stuff. I don't know.
He has this one like barrier or like circle.
Yeah, like the circle cage or whatever.
Yeah.
I don't know what that is. Maybe it's like an entry and exit notification.
I guess.
Weird. I don't know. We'll see. The other big one is King of Fighters is bringing out a new character, the King of Dinosaurs.
Oh, yes.
He's a grappler. I love this character so much. He's just a wrestler in a dinosaur mask, and he bites you with his mask.
So he's a luchador.
Yeah.
Okay.
And in the King of Fighters manga, I learned recently, apparently the secret identity of King of Monsters is Tizok, who is also a masked wrestler.
Good to know.
So, apparently under that mask is another mask.
Good to know.
But I think I just want to know more gameplay. There's a meme going around now that like Melty Blood has been bringing out like 30-second gameplay trailers.
Yeah.
And we know more about Melty Blood and their mechanics than we know about King of Fighters because it's just been character reveals.
Mm-hmm.
And then keeping on the game front is the new Guilty Gear character. So the first Guilty Gear character of the Season Pass 1 has been announced, and the leaks are real.
What do you mean they're real?
So there was a data mine a couple weeks ago, maybe a month ago, saying that they know all the DLC, and one of them, the folder was like shortened to GDL, and they're thinking that it's Gold Lewis. And lo and behold, it was Gold Lewis. So Gold Lewis in the Guilty Gear story is the American Secretary of Absolute Defense. And he is a big dude, a big boy with sunglasses and a blonde mohawk, who carries around a coffin with an Area 51 label on it.
Wow.
And an alien gives him stuff when he fights out of the coffin.
Sounds serious.
It looks pretty fucking sick. He looks like a big boy. Nobody really knows if he's a grappler or not, or if he's just like a heavy striker, maybe like a Birdie in Street Fighter type of deal.
Yeah.
But that is a Guilty Gear character. And if the rest of them look like that, I'm fucking down. This character is wild.
Yeah, I mean, definitely different.
Yeah. So far, we know one of his supers, and it's he presses a thing on his sunglasses, and a laser beam comes out, and he summons an orbital laser that moves the enemy forward, even if they block.
Oh.
So even though you're slow, your super can either bring them forward by hitting them, or even if they're blocking, it's kind of like come at me, you can't do anything type of deal.
That's pretty cool.
I guess unless you burst out of it, but
that's pretty cool.
Yeah, it's pretty sweet. I definitely want to see how he plays. He comes out on the 27th for season pass holders.
When did this game come out?
When did this game come out?
June?
Yeah, late June maybe.
Wow, already there's a character?
Yeah.
Wow.
So, if you're a season pass holder, he comes out on the 27th, and then if you're not a season pass holder, you can buy him individually on the 30th.
Oh, there's an early
access for the season pass people. And then they have like a whole roadmap of the next
Yeah,
stuff.
I saw. I think there's 2 more this year and then 2 more next year.
Yep, and then 2 new stages next year, I believe.
Do stages really make a difference?
No, but they look cool.
Okay.
Especially in Guilty Gear. It's not Tekken, right?
Like, you gotta buy the stages?
Probably.
What?
Like, but I got the season pass, so I get the stages.
That's lame. That's so lame.
Should've got the ultimate dish, buddy.
Yeah, okay. Like I was ever gonna buy this.
And then the last one I wanted to bring up was pretty bad news for Activision Blizzard.
Oh boy.
Is that Activision Blizzard is now being sued by the state of California.
Oh man, what'd you do now?
Over widespread sexism and sexual harassment, workplace frat boy culture.
That's how I like it.
These type of stories are nothing new in the video game industry, right? You get a bunch of nerds who finally got like status and they're not being bullied in high school anymore, and maybe they go off the deep end.
Yeah.
But the big thing here is that they're being sued by the state.
Yeah.
So
by the government.
When the government gets involved,
yeah,
they're pretty sure they're gonna win.
Yeah, that's you're a little fucked.
You're a little I don't know, buddy. I don't know, buddy boy.
Like if the state's coming after you, it's probably because they got solid proof or something. Yeah.
So they've released a bunch of statements. A lot of ex-Blizzard employees are actually coming out and saying that like,
hell yeah,
like I'm on this bandwagon, baby.
Oh baby,
type of shit. Which always kind of like irks me, where it's just like, oh, now that it's public,
yeah,
you say something type of deal. Like you knew it was going on all along, but it wasn't bad enough for you to like say anything even after you left type of deal.
Yeah.
And it's just like, okay, I guess Like, I don't know if you really care that much type of thing.
I don't know. You've never been part of that whole, like, together we're strong, alone we're not.
Apes together, yeah.
Like.
No, because
there you go.
I've never really been part of a group.
So don't be bitter about it then. You probably then understand the why this happens. You're by yourself, you don't stand up for something, and then...
No. I've definitely been by myself, stood up for something, and then, like, eaten shit.
Exactly.
But I've still done it. Like, I still did it. Like,
but some people can't do that.
You morally weak motherfucker.
Like, jeez. Well, give them a break.
No.
Wow.
No one gave me a break.
Wow.
Spiteful.
Wow, really?
I'm all about that spite, baby.
Damn, been 15 years, half your life.
Not done with it.
Oh my god. Okay.
So yeah, there's a whole bunch of stuff on it. I don't want to go too deep into it just because it's like
it's
pretty not bueno shit.
Yeah.
To put it lightly.
Yeah.
So yeah, if you want to look up on it, there's a big public dossier out about like the things that they're proposing that goes on within Activision Blizzard. And again, because this is the government, they really think they have something. And also because this is the government, this is going to go on for a long fucking time.
Yeah.
So I don't even think the Riot ones have finished, have they? Because like Riot also was sued in a class action for sexual harassment stuff.
I haven't been keeping up with that stuff. Yeah.
So that's the last one that I picked, but I know we got a couple overlaps that you have too.
All right. So we're talking about games. They're remaking a classic from the PS3, Xbox 360 era.
Oh shit! Are they remaking Trash Panic?
No, that's not a
Garbage Tetris.
No.
What?
No.
Then what else are they gonna remake? Tokyo Jungle HD?
Wait, isn't Tokyo Jungle on the PS4?
It's on the PS3, baby.
Is it really?
It's a PS3 game.
That's unfortunate.
PT's on the PS4.
Oh, that's even worse. Gross. No, they're remaking Dead Space.
Who asked for this?
Nobody.
Who asked for this?
Nobody. I mean, I know Dead Space was huge when it came out.
Dead Space I would argue, is the only good Dead Space.
But I do remember when Dead Space came out, it was popular. Well,
I got a platinum in it. I love that game. Dead Space 1 is sick.
What do you call it? Dead Space 1, but like it didn't have the fanfare until Dead Space 2 came out.
Yeah.
Right?
But Dead Space 1 also was the game franchise to popularize minimalist HUDs.
Was it?
Yeah, because he has his health bar on his spine with the O2 tank, and then when you bring up your gun, it has the hologram of like your ammo left.
Yeah, on the gun.
Yeah, there's no like unnatural HUD in the game type of deal.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. It did a lot of cool things. It was definitely the Resident Evil 4 of the generation.
Yes, it was. Hit those limbs, baby.
Yeah. Yeah, Dead Space is cool.
Yeah, you get your little gravity gun, shoot shit.
But you're like you said, I don't know if I care to play it again.
That's the thing. Yeah, I think I played the shit out of Dead Space unless they do something buck wild with it.
Dude, they're going to improve the story.
Yeah, again, like I don't know how you do that because also Dead Space 1 was the only one with good story because it was all atmospheric storytelling and the rest was just like you got a voice in your head from the aliens, man. Go stick a needle in your eye and fight the moon.
Well, they'll improve the story and we'll find out. Actually, you know what? You'll find out because I'm not going to play this.
I'll most likely get it on like a discount. Like it's on clearance or some shit.
Like, I'll be real. Like it's cool that it's announced and if the fans, want this shit, cool. But I could do without it.
All right.
Next up. Dead Space, that's EA?
EA is Dead Space, yeah.
Okay.
They're remaking it with the Frostbite engine.
Oh, the Frostbite engine, which is also conveniently used in Battlefield.
Battlefield 4? What else is there to do? We saw Tornadoes. We had Summer Games
42, yeah. Battlefield had a new trailer, and their trailer was about their Portal mode, which looks like a sandbox kind of created around
Battlefield
custom,
Gary's mod.
Yeah. And it basically uses every previous Battlefield content.
I think the only thing I didn't really see in there was 2142.
Why would you need that?
Because that's the best one. That's the one I played the most.
When they have 21, 22, 40, whatever the fuck this is.
This one's 2042. They're 100 years behind.
It's close enough.
No, man.
You pull out the timeline far enough?
Bro, you had space shit in 2142. It was sick.
Enough. It's close enough.
Shot energy mags.
Is it on Steam?
It's basically Battlefield Mass Effect.
Yeah, you should probably play that again.
Is it? Is it on Steam? I'll check it out.
Yeah, check if it's on Steam. If it's like $2, I'll buy it.
It's a good game. It's a good game.
Yeah, but yeah, Battlefield. They have their sandbox mode. Yeah, the game looks wild. It looks wild, and like one of the things they show off is like a World War One knives only against like current generation defibrillators.
Oh yeah,
only.
Battlefield 2 defibrillators only.
It's like what?
I was telling TJ that was my favorite in Battlefield 2 because I always played medic.
Yeah.
And just instead of getting a knife kill when you go boom on an enemy and you see the defib thing on the screen, oh, it's the best.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. So that's Battlefield. Battlefield looks pretty neat, I think. Video game wise, what else did we
Bro, Battlefield
see?
2142 is not on Steam.
Oh wow.
Big
really?
oof, dog.
Really? Well, that's okay. Because we had a trailer for Netflix's Monster Hunter Legends of the Guild movie, starring everyone's favorite A-lister?
Is he an A-lister?
A
Excitable A-lister? Is that him?
Excitable, yeah, him. A Hunter, the guy with the red hair and mohawk.
Dude, this trailer just made me realize how much I don't care about any of the NPCs other than the Admiral and the Guild Marm from 4.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Like, I recognize, like, very brief, like, not, what's the word I'm looking for? Like, just barely recognized all these people.
Okay.
Right? Like, the guy with I didn't realize the guy with the silver hair was the guy he was until he pulled out the dual swords. And I was like, oh, you're that guy.
Yeah.
Right? And I was just like, wow, I don't give a shit about any of these people.
To be honest, neither do I. But this movie looks like a Monster Hunter movie.
It does.
Like, it looks like...
Minus Mila Jovovich.
Well, that movie wasn't like... I don't know the fuck that movie was, but...
Wasn't that a Monster Hunter movie?
That was a movie with monsters that were hunted.
With monster hunters in it?
Yeah.
All right.
But I don't know if it was a Monster Hunter movie. But this is a Monster Hunter movie because they do the whole, like, Teostra shit. It's like the village is gonna explode because of volcanoes. And
Yeah.
It's, I mean, I'll check it out. I don't think it's gonna be good. I really do not think it's going to be good.
Okay.
But I'll check it out.
It looks like Shrek.
I mean, no.
It looks like Shrek, dog. I don't know. Those
Okay.
backgrounds are looking sparse.
All right, sure. Have you seen the original Shrek?
Looks bad.
Yeah, it doesn't look good now.
Doesn't look good.
Neither does the first Toy Story.
When Shrek remaster when?
No, we don't need it.
In the Frostbite engine.
We really don't. We don't. The other video game thing, we didn't watch a trailer for today, but I know you guys have seen
Just
it.
imagine the swamp.
No!
Ray trace textures off of Shrek's oily ass skin.
It's a waste of my GPU.
Render individual donkey hairs while he's getting hit on by a dragon.
No, thank you. Right. The other thing I want to talk about was Ubisoft's new game. Tom Clancy's X Defiant.
Yeah, I don't know, man. They bought the Tom Clancy name and they're throwing it into the ground.
X Defiant. What a game name.
What is this?
Does this not sound like the most esports title?
This is,
Yo, you want to play some X Defiant?
you know what? This is like so made for esports that
Yeah.
nobody is going to pick it up for esports.
I have a feeling you're right.
Right?
You're
This
right.
is one of those things where, like, when the publisher or the developer comes out and they're like, we made this for esports, it never picks up.
Yeah.
Right? It's always the player who decides, like, what's esports.
Yeah, so like this is Ubisoft's, I guess, try at a hero shooter, we'll say.
Which, like, even is it? Because it's still, like, did they show gameplay? I don't remember.
They do, yeah.
Like, it still looked like people went down, like,
Yeah.
quick, like Tom Clancy style.
So like, there are different characters, and they are broken into, I think, 4 specific classes.
Yeah.
You have like tank, assault, support, and something else.
Mhm.
They don't go by those names. They have their own like
Yeah.
whatever. And then within each class there are specific characters who have access to certain guns and certain abilities. So if you've ever played a Overwatch, then you know what this is. The only difference is you can customize your guns. Like they made it a real point to say that even though it is a character hero shooter, I guess customizing your specific weapons are going to be as what you would expect from any sort of military shooter from Ubisoft.
That always
or
gets
Tom
me.
Clancy
That's the
game.
one like feature where I'm just like, oh, this game has gun customization.
Yeah.
I can customize the muzzle.
Yeah.
Fuck
It's
yeah.
like, okay, cool. So I would like to see more. I think there is like rough gameplay out there right now.
Yeah.
I think there's a beta next month. And yeah, I would like to see it more in action and understand it, but I don't know, man. This kind of came out of nowhere.
Yeah.
I don't know what to think about it.
Oh, dude, I don't know. Like, yeah, everything about this screams like, "Hello, fellow kids. We know you like the shooting, right?"
I do like the shooting.
It's got the same vibe as their free ride game, the one where it's all the mountain biking and snowboarding and the jetpack shit.
The one that's coming out.
Riders Republic.
That's the one,
right? It has the same feel as Riders Republic, and when I think of that with the Tom Clancy name on it, like if it was just like Tom Clancy's Extreme Snowboarding, I'd be like, bro, what are you doing?
I'd buy it.
What are you? I don't know.
I would buy that shit in a heartbeat. If it was like, if we're playing like Steep, but you had guns and like,
Actually, you know what?
because
I think we're on. So there was a game on the PlayStation 2 called Dark Summit.
Yeah.
And the whole storyline about that game was that you had to break in to a secret mountain laboratory on your snowboard and do sick tricks to stop mountain Nazis. If they do that, but you get a gun, so I can do like a 360 McTwist with a melancholy grab and a P90 to the dome.
I think that'd be sick. And like rounds are based on the length of the
mountain?
Yeah.
Fuck yeah. Or it'd be like snowboard kids. You get to the bottom and you take the
you get
ski
thing
lift back up.
Yeah, that'd be cool. That'd be cool. But yeah, I don't know. I don't know, man. Could be a thing.
Bro.
Could be a thing.
Ubisoft, call us up. That's copyright. That's copyright. We said that shit. If they in 2 years, if they come out with the snowboarding guns, Tom Clancy's Extreme Snowboarding, featuring Eddie from the SSX franchise, bro,
That'd be great. That'd be great. Yeah, man. Snowboard Kids DLC pack. Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, Ezio shows up.
His whole thing. No, that's so perfect. His thing is that if you go off a ramp and there's an enemy above you, you fucking falcon dive into their neck. Yeah. Oh, bro. Oh, I'm ready. Yeah,
Ezio doesn't have a gun though. That's the
thing.
Yeah,
he's all melee, but he's stealth.
What, on the slope?
He's stealth slopes.
Stealth snowboarder.
Because he's all white, right?
Oh god.
Right. So instead of a smoke bomb, you just kick up powder.
Wow. I can't believe that's considered stealth.
and you lose vision of him for. Oh, bro, this game's awesome. I like this game a lot better.
Whatever. Well, that was Tom Clancy's X.
This game looks stupid. Fuck that game.
X Defiant.
Looks so dumb.
Actually,
hold on. My favorite thing to come out of that was immediately the day that trailer was released on Twitter. Splinter Cell started trending. And it's just a bunch of people being like,
where's Splinter Cell?
Where's Splinter Cell? What the fuck is this shit? Give me Splinter Cell.
That's a little disappointing and disheartening to see. Yeah.
Nope, they don't make single player games anymore.
Well, why should
Unless
they?
It's Far Cry.
It makes no money.
Yeah, I don't like. Well, are these games making money? Like
so much.
Are
money.
they?
So much.
I guess.
Money.
I don't know, dog.
The most money.
All right.
All the money. It is that time of the year where San Diego Comic-Con would usually be taking place, but due to the pandemic that we all know and love, it has been, actually, I don't know if it's been postponed or if it's all virtual or whatever. I don't really know much news of the show this year, but I do know that there's one hot collectible I want. It's from a company called Mondo, and they're making a 1/6 scale animated Wolverine. But the big cool thing about this is that it is sad Wolverine. It is the meme of him looking at the photo of Jubilee.
Dude, when you showed me how that's packaged,
yeah.
That was sick.
Inbox is on the bed, holding the picture frame.
That is
sad face.
That is the only toy where I'm like, you kept that in box. Smart move.
Yeah, like
smart
you
move.
Never open it.
The box is part of the toy.
Yeah, it looks great. I really do want it. I don't.
How you gonna get it?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know how I'm gonna attain this masterpiece.
Is there new like SDCC like magic cards too?
I don't know. I didn't look. I'm sure there are. There usually is. Actually, I should do a deep dive into SDCC this year and see if there's anything else out there. But otherwise, yeah, no, it's.
Is it all online again?
It should be. Yeah, I think so.
Right.
I don't see why it wouldn't be. Yeah, I think so. Yeah, so that was that, and then I think. My last thing that I put up were 2 trailers from Netflix. The first one was Dune. Actually, Dune's on Netflix. That's from Warner Brothers.
It was HBO Max.
Yeah, Dune had its like official full feature trailer, releasing the movie this year, October 22nd, I want to say. As someone who has never read Dune but has really wanted to, this movie looks cool.
So like, what's the deal with Dune?
It's a sci-fi classic.
Like, can the guy, does he control the dunes?
I don't know.
Is that his thing? Because like that Sarlacc pit stopped in front of him.
Yeah, beats me.
All right.
I got no clue on this.
I've heard a lot about Dune. My friends love Dune, and they're always like, Anthony, read Dune.
Read some Dune?
And I'm like, I already played Doom. That game's real good.
Wow. The disrespect.
Exactly.
Yeah, no.
Books.
I have no idea what Zadune is.
You know what, Vince? Like, just honestly, non-fiction books, fiction books, just kind of a waste.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, just kind of a waste. Why would you ever read a book if you're not learning, bro?
You're right.
Sorry, that was a little inside baseball.
What have I done in my life?
That was a little inside baseball.
Where I've
my
come
bad.
to the point where I need to read fiction.
Fiction, terrible.
Yeah.
Ugh, disgusting.
Clearly, I have too much time.
I only read books if I'm learning. Adjusts glasses.
Yeah. So yeah, Dune looks cool. How does she have that name?
Dune?
Zendaya. Like that's just her name.
I don't know. That one character is Zenyatta.
What?
Tomato.
No.
Same thing.
Zendaya is like her actual name.
Oh, like an actress?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought that was like her character name.
No, like she just doesn't have a.
Now I'm
last
a
name.
racist. I thought that was her name in Dune.
No.
Is her name Dune?
No.
Do we follow the adventures of Dune?
No.
Is that...
I think the main character is played by Timothy Chalamet.
Is he Dune guy?
He's the skinny one with no muscle.
Oh, that guy.
He's the guy where Aquaman was like, "Oh, you feel like you put on some muscle," and he goes, "Really?" He goes, "Nope."
He's the author insert.
Yeah, that's the one. So, yeah, Dune.
I can't wait to see the adventures of Dune guy.
Yeah, looks awesome. And the final trailer is the last in the Transformers War for Cybertron trilogy, Kingdom.
This trailer's fucked up.
Man, Autobots and Decepticons have made it to Earth. And you're like, oh, I know Transformers. Yeah, they crash land on Earth and
they meet a hot chick who works on cars.
And they do stuff. But this one's
She's always leaning on shit.
Yeah, but this one's more like, what the fuck? Beast Wars are here.
The Beasties are here.
And then it's just like, yo, the worlds have collided.
So the Autobots and the Decepticons meet the Autobots Beasties and the Decepticons Beasties.
Yeah.
But also there's Dark Optimus.
Yeah, Nemesis Prime is here.
That's some bullshit. That's like fanfic. That's like Dark Sonic.
What are you talking about?
And then they just made it Shadow.
Okay, I'll tell you the story behind Nemesis Prime. There actually was a character in...
It's the deep lore. The deep Transformers
I think it's
lore.
1999 Car Robots or Robots in Disguise.
All right.
He went by the name of Scourge, and he was a black version of Optimus Prime.
Okay.
But his name was Scourge, or
right.
Scourge, whatever. But his toy and his character model was literally just a black painted version of Optimus. He was evil, but ever since then, it became just an easy repaint in the toy merchandise to always just paint Optimus black and call him Nemesis. Yeah. Fictionally, he doesn't really exist anywhere.
Oh my god.
He doesn't exist.
He's fanfic.
He's literally just a wicked paint scheme.
He's canon fanfic. Oh my god.
Until they kind of inserted him into the Transformers movies.
Oh my god.
Well, you remember, what's that one where Optimus goes evil?
Is it a Shia movie?
But Shia wasn't in it at this point, I think.
I don't remember. The third one? I don't know.
The Last Night.
I don't remember. Oh, that with the Knights of the Round Table. And
and Optimus is evil.
All right.
Where he becomes quote unquote Nemesis.
He's Dom in Fast 5.
Yes,
right.
yeah, he's that one.
Or is it Fast 8? I don't remember. It's one of those.
8.
Is it Fast 8?
Yeah, 8.
He's Dom in Fast 8.
Yeah.
There we go.
And
Dom is Nemesis Prime.
Yeah. So, but now they're just like, let's just put him in now. Let's just give the fans what they want. The actual Nemesis Prime is here.
Yeah.
So like this is one of the easiest pieces of fiction where that toy actually has a meaning to exist. And it's pretty cool.
All right.
You know the story of Beasties, right? Like how the timeline works there?
No, you guys were talking about it when we
Okay,
got
do you know
movie,
the timeline of the Transformers?
No.
So they leave Cybertron, they crash land on Earth.
Okay.
They sleep for 4 million years.
That's it?
And then they wake up and humans are around.
Oh, okay.
The way Beasties works is they escape from future Cybertron, but they go into the past.
Oh.
And they arrive on Earth in between that 4 million.
And they just like scan dinosaurs to turn into them?
Yeah.
Okay.
So whatever this trailer's assuming is that I don't fucking know, man. Like it's so confusing. I don't know who's where and what now.
Bro, what?
But anyways, I'm pumped, man. It's always good to see the Optimus Primal back.
That's ridiculous.
Looks good.
What a ridiculous movie.
I can't wait. July 29th,
Is it a show
baby.
or is it a movie?
It's a show. It's a
All
show.
right.
It's a show.
Oh my god.
The other show that comes on the same day is the Grand Tour, the Lockdown special.
Yeah, where they have American cars but in Britain.
Oh yeah, only in Scotland.
That's
Yeah,
ridiculous.
yeah. So that looks tasty.
All right.
Yeah, but that's I think that was all the picks.
Yeah, I think that's all of them.
I should have said something at the top of the show
What's up?
that I should have said. Like I should have mentioned it, but like we technically have a review this week, guys.
I want to put that at the end. I was gonna put it at the end because I want full spoilers. I want to go into this movie because we cannot talk around that movie.
No.
We saw Fast 9.
Okay.
We're gonna talk about Fast 9.
Okay. Okay. So let's talk about weeks first. Okay.
We can't go in. We got to talk full.
I mean, there's nothing to spoil.
Bro, isn't there? What are we talking about?
There's nothing. There's really nothing to spoil.
All right, what'd you do? What'd you do this week?
This week I played more racing games.
Okay.
Um,
Any updates on the rig
yeah. So I went to
with the Home Depot?
I went to Simulation One Systems Canada,
Okay.
and they are Canada's, I guess, like
Premier.
sort of like they're the largest outlet for sim racing stuff.
Which is hilarious because it's like a tiny store in Markham.
Yeah. Yep. And I wanted to buy new pedals because the ones that came with my wheel were entry based, but I bought new pedals.
All right.
And they are load cell based pedals. So basically, the pedals I had originally were potentiometer, which basically means when you push the pedal down, it measures the distance of how far that pedal has traveled and applies that to the game.
All right.
A load cell measures how much force you're putting on the pedal.
Okay.
So you can probably tell it measures through different mechanics. And why is that important? Well, if you're measuring based off of distance, it's hard to gauge what's happening when you're hitting the throttle or brake. It's mostly for the brake.
Yeah.
And to give a proper example is like if you ride a bike and if you ever squeeze the brake lever, you know that as you squeeze harder, the pressure builds up and it gets harder to pull.
Yeah.
But that's how you recognize it's stopping faster.
Mhm.
With the cheap end pedals, there's no resistance. It's a
just
consistent
like,
pull, and it's hard to judge when you're driving how far my foot is down on the brake.
Okay.
So I bought load cell pedals and game changing. I'm like 2 seconds a lap faster. I'm feeling good. I'm way more consistent.
Okay.
It's good. So digging that. Been playing more F1 2021. I'm super into it. I'm digging it. It's good. I don't really have much else to say there other than like I'm doing my team and I'm getting
It's a story.
Stories, whatever. I'm doing the one where like you're your own team boss and like you have your own car, you hire your own drivers, and
Okay.
my car is the worst on the field, but my skills keep me up in like the top 15.
15.
Top 15.
Bro, how are you not getting first every race?
Listen, when you don't got the car, you don't got the car, man.
That's how you know it's a.
At the end, that's how you know it's real.
That's how you know it's a garbage sport. That's how you know it's a garbage sport.
Listen,
NASCAR all the way, baby.
If you don't got the car, you don't got the car. So like, but it's been fun. It's been fun. I've been doing more of that. And then we were just talking about the Transformers trailer. I hadn't actually watched the second part of the series. So like the first one was Siege, the second one was Earthrise, and this final one was Kingdom. So I watched Earthrise this week. God, it's awful.
Oh my god.
But it's
What's the one with the song everyone loves?
what?
The 80s? Is that in the 80s?
That's
Is this
the-
the same timeline?
The original one? Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, I watched Transformers Earthrise. Like, I don't really need to go into it, but like, okay, I guess it's not bad. It's just like,
Hit me with the dumb shit.
God, it's just so cheesy.
Isn't it from the 80s?
No,
When's this from?
this came out like 6 months ago.
Wait, really?
Yeah.
And it's still cheesy?
Yeah,
Bruh.
yeah. Like it's the prequel to the trailer we just watched.
Oh my god. So you're telling me if I want to watch Beasties and make that make sense, I gotta watch another shitty...
You gotta watch 2.
Oh, fuck this.
There's 6 episodes each.
I'm out.
It's good.
I'm out.
It's one anime.
It's too long.
It's good.
I'm gonna catch up on Golgo 13.
It's
Fuck it.
But yeah, like it's like there's some character motivations just like, and like a lot of the story is like why like I don't get it, but Yeah, it's not good, but it's Transformers, so I guess at some point I was always going to watch it. Like that's just the truth of it. I meant to watch.
You're in too deep, dog. You're in too deep.
I mean, have you met me? Have you met me?
You know what? I thought you'd grow. I thought you'd learn from your past mistakes, but
Why?
apparently not. Apparently not.
Why?
You know, I think I found it.
What?
When you talk to me about Transformers,
Mhm.
this is like what you must feel when I talk to you about JoJo.
Yeah, probably.
And I'm like, why are you wasting your time
Yeah.
with this garbage?
Yeah.
All right.
Probably.
All right. I think I understand now.
Good.
I'm developing empathy.
Oh. Wow. Yeah, so like that was the other thing I did. I meant to watch Black Widow. I never got around to it, so whatever.
I heard you missed it.
I took a nap.
Oh.
Yeah.
Did you actually buy a ticket and just miss? Like, you just lost out on a ticket?
No, I haven't.
Oh, okay.
I was good. Like I meant to watch it with someone, but
Yeah.
I just fell asleep, so whatever.
All right.
And then I played a game. I played a new game. Well, relatively new. It's like 6 months old. No, it's like a year old. So I guess it's not new anymore in the video game world.
Okay.
But I played Hades. The
Oh yeah, it's been the Super Giant Games roguelike. I've seen you playing a lot of Hades.
I'm playing a lot of Hades. Yo, that game be good.
But it's a roguelike.
It is.
Ugh.
It is a roguelike.
Ugh.
So that like you, I am not the fan of the roguelike genre.
Alright.
But there's just enough here that gives you a sense of progression that makes it bearable.
Alright.
I would say,
Okay.
right? Like there's multiple forms of currency in Hades, and as you go through, you get the currency to go back and upgrade permanent stats on your character.
Alright.
Right? Like, and they're like full on abilities. Like you get a second, like you can attack and you can dash and you have a range attack, right? Like you can get like 2 dashes, right?
Mm-hmm.
But I guess the story of Hades is like you are the son of the god Hades,
Mm-hmm.
and you're trying to make your way up from wherever the hell you are to Olympus.
Okay.
And you go through Tartarus, the dungeon crawler epic.
Yeah, my favorite
Yeah.
Persona dungeon.
And as you go through, the gods of Olympus come down and lend you powers to help to give you upgrades to go through.
Oh, so they're like, yo, I heard you're doing some shit.
Yeah.
So if you
Yo,
give me, I'll help you out.
And you'll be like, yo, you'll see like a lightning bolt and be like, could this be? Is it really?
Oh, okay.
And it's like I whatever call upon thee, and Zeus be like, yo, what's up? I heard you needed some lightning.
I heard you're coming up to hang out.
Yeah, we're setting up shop up here.
Your dad's kind of a dick, but
so you're saying sarcastic lines, but like
Yeah.
that's what the is basically.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
Like
Nice.
that's like it's a bit more eloquent than that,
Okay.
but like that's basically the story.
The story is you want to go party with the gods, but your dad's like, no, fuck you.
Yeah, like
You're grounded.
yeah, you're right, and it's like the god Ares are like whatever. They're like, yo, have some war.
Let me give you a little bit of war, buddy boy.
You know, like or Artemis will come down, or
There's one Chaos. He's like wings on his head or some shit.
Yeah, Aphrodite, Hermes, like what? Hermes is speed, right?
Hermes is speed. Yes.
Yeah. So like they all come down and help you
Alright.
one by one. But the fun part about this roguelike is it is a dungeon crawler, so you got to go through and up each floor. Every floor is a power up.
Yeah.
Right, so it could be an actual like modification to your attack. It could be a currency power up, or it could be like a key, and keys you use to unlock things for permanent stats.
Yeah.
Or new weapons or whatnot. But what makes it fun is that when you die and you go back to the beginning,
Uh-huh.
And you like say you upgrade, you go through again, and your run is obviously going to be different because you always get different power ups.
Yeah.
So like your I guess.
But it's like base stats are different?
Yes.
Okay.
Base stats and sometimes base abilities
Oh,
depending
alright.
on.
Oh, yeah, because you can like pick a weapon, right?
Yeah. So like you have a weapon selection.
Yeah.
You obviously have to unlock them. Like one of them is just Captain America's shield.
I saw one is just fists.
Yeah.
Nice.
You get a bow. Like the first one you get is a sword.
Okay.
And like there's some really cool modifications you can get on like some of these things. And as you go through, I found that like it is kind of like a lottery because sometimes you just get some wicked power up combinations.
As roguelikes are.
Right? And then sometimes you're just like, this is just not it.
That's why there's Binding of Isaac YouTubers with
Yeah.
like, this Binding of Isaac run is insane. It's got
Yeah.
like 7 million views or some shit.
Mm-hmm. But I find that like the combat is like it's just complex enough for me where I'm satisfied without going and being super deep.
Okay.
So like I find it to be a good balance, and I think that's why.
So you can pick up and play, and if you've been away from it for a bit, it's not
because
I gotta relearn this.
Yeah, there's only like a few buttons to it, and like there's only so many ways these button combinations can be pressed. Like there's no specific timings on them. Like everything is cancelable, and like it's very forgiving. So it's like it's a fun just little jaunt through Tartarus. The one thing I don't like is because it is a roguelike, once you die and you always have to start from the bottom, and as you go through the top you do have to redo all the boss battles.
Yeah, that makes sense.
But by the time like you get to the top, you are so strong that the beginning is kind of just a breeze.
Okay.
The writing's fantastic, and every time you die you always get new dialogue.
Oh really?
Like it's
you haven't had like a repeat yet?
No, and every time you get a new power up from the gods, even if it's the same god, they always have some new bullshit to tell you.
Nice.
Like it's good. Voice acting's on top. Like it's, I see why this was given like such high praise.
A bunch of Game of the Years and stuff. Yeah.
I understand. The one thing is, I was looking on it, and so I'm playing it on my monitor. My monitor's 32-inch, 1440p, but I have another monitor that's 49 inches wide.
Yeah.
And I saw that the resolution was supported on it.
Oh, you can do the Odyssey on it?
I clicked it, right? The ultra wide, 32:9. Instead of having black bars, it has two giant JPEGs on the side.
Aww.
And I was like, what?
Come on.
Fucking waste.
Boo.
Yeah, I was.
Well, that's shit's like all hand drawn bullshit. So I guess. Yeah.
I guess so, but like I was just so like, I was like, why would you even offer?
That's
me
like
that?
that's like the in current day when you have like retro games that are brought over.
Yeah.
And 4x3, and it's like here's two pictures
But
of
like
characters.
that I understand because
Yeah.
they were always originally made like that. But
Yeah.
like in a brand new game in 2020, if you offer that resolution, like, man,
Bruh.
you can't be cheating me like
Bruh.
that. Like I was so pissed.
All right.
I was like, why did I buy this monitor?
For Formula One,
if I can't just use it for every game.
just for Formula One, apparently.
Yeah, I tried that monitor with Apex. No good.
Really?
No.
Is the FOV just out of control?
Yeah, because by the time you go to the sides, everything is so stretched.
Oh.
It doesn't look good.
Right.
It's wild. But yeah, no, Hades is wicked. Like, I definitely recommend it. If it's on sale, go get it. But if it's not, it's still worth it. I think it's like $20.
All right.
But yeah, it is a roguelike.
I will say you playing that and seeing it on Discord, it did make me reinstall Pyre.
Yeah.
The high fantasy basketball game they made.
Oh, okay.
And I was like, I should play this.
You know, Hades is good shit.
Yeah. All right. Okay.
Like, yeah, it's wicked.
All right. You know, wait for a sale now then.
I mean, like, there are parts though where it's like being a roguelike, God, it is a grind sometimes. It is just
Makes sense.
A grind and a
sense.
half. But yeah, I wanted to say that there was something else I wanted to mention, but it's not coming to me. So
Okay.
I don't know.
I have been. Maybe you'll think about it when it'll come back. But I have been doing some more reading. So since I caught up on Tokyo Revengers in my study breaks, I needed a new manga to just fill my time with for breaks and stuff. So I started reading Baki Dole. Baki is Baki the Grappler.
Baki Dole?
Yeah. So this is the later series. So Baki the Grappler is a fighting series. You've probably seen it on Netflix.
Yeah.
It's really out of proportion muscular dudes doing absolute bullshit to the upper limits of what someone thinks a human body can do. Right. And so after the I guess the ultimate final fight of the series, the father-son fight, they started doing these like not mini series, but like shorter series, because Baki's been going on for a long time. So there's two Baki Doles currently. There's Baki Dole 2014, and there's Baki Dole 2018.
Sounds like a lot.
But in that one, Baki is spelt with katakana instead of hiragana. So it's like to emphasize that it's a different version of it. So the 2018 one is like all sumo based. So all your favorite characters from Baki, they're here. And they fight against the national sumo team. Right. And there's someone who's like the descendant of some famous sumo wrestler from ancient times who used to do ancient sumo or whatever. So, but the one I didn't read before was the 2014 one, which is the one I'm going to talk about now. And this one is about how basically after the father-son fight, all these strongest warriors are bored. They are struggling to keep back the eternal yawn of being bored with life.
Oh God.
That nothing is exciting anymore. Nothing lights their fire, right?
Poor me.
Poor me. I want to fight people, but everything's boring. All this peace, I hate it. And so it turns out that underneath the Tokyo Skytree, 366 meters below ground, there is a secret laboratory that not even the prime minister at the time, Abe, knew about, because they have they draw the prime minister in the manga. And so they said, we built this tower as a facade. Really, what we wanted to build was this secret underground science facility that's directly underneath Tokyo Skytree.
All right.
And what they've gotten their hands on is apparently the mummified corpse of Miyamoto Musashi.
Oh God. Okay.
And so within this scientific laboratory, they cut open the spine to reveal the soft tissue and are able to extract living DNA.
Wow.
And they clone Miyamoto Musashi to bring him 400 years into the future to fight people.
Clone him, huh?
They clone Miyamoto Musashi, bring him back, baby. And the whole series is everyone trying to fight Miyamoto Musashi, and he just shits on everybody.
Wow.
Because he's the master of war, and nobody can touch him.
Huh.
It's awesome. It's so good.
Huh.
There's a lot of great twists. If you know, like, Baki, like, they're pretty known for their, like, unpredictable fight outcomes.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
And, like, certain people in this series do not have plot armor, right? Miyamoto Musashi just goes to town.
Yeah.
And it's ridiculous. It's so stupid. He picks up a sword.
A sword?
A sword that is apparently one of the finest katanas ever made in modern day Japan. And he swings it so hard that the blade shears itself from the handle.
Okay.
Like the force that he is swinging it down literally shears the metal off of another piece of metal.
Huh.
Or the other one, the dumbest one is that Baki and him have like a sparring match, and Baki goes for a flying kick, and Miyamoto Musashi grabs his ankle and then swings him like a sword.
This is sounding almost comical.
Oh, it's a comic. Yeah, it's a comic. And this is what Baki the Grappler's always been. There's one,
okay.
Baki, like in the original, in the Netflix anime, there is one guy, they hold him in like some special facility prison because he's a mass murderer or whatever.
Yeah.
And he's in like the, you remember in X-Men when they keep Magneto in like the all plastic box?
Oh, yeah,
Right?
the glass box.
Yeah, so they keep him in this like plexiglass box, this like ultimate container box.
Yeah.
And the thing with him is that his hand grip is so strong that he can create deadly air pockets in his palm and the surface he has his hand on, and he pops open the glass. Like, there's another one where he blows a guy's intestines out of his ear somehow. I don't know what's going on there. There's one guy who literally just lives off of drugs and gets bone extension surgery.
This is sounding really stupid.
It's super dumb. 100% real dumb. Highly recommended. Love every minute of it.
Okay.
But Bakido is, I really like these offshoots because now that they're, like, unconfined from the father-son dynamic, they can just go absolutely off the rails.
Okay.
Like I said in the Bakido 2018, the new sumo wrestler guy, you know how, like, sumo wrestlers wear those, like, what are they, not fundoshi, like I guess, like, the waist thing?
Yeah.
That they grab them by the waist and they can flip them, whatever. This guy's grip strength is so strong, he'll just grab you by the ribs. Right? Yeah.
Painful.
Yeah, and so, like, they show matches of him, like, coming up behind him with the sumo grip, and he's not actually grabbing the waistband. He just reached into his back muscles and reached under his ribs type of bullshit. And yeah, Baki's always been absolutely insane. If you do not like graphic fights and that kind of stuff, like, I wouldn't recommend it, but they always have, like, some of the most hype anime bullshit you've ever seen. And Baki's been going on since like the 90s.
Yeah.
I think so. Yeah. I really like it. I like this whole Miyamoto Musashi arc. It's real stupid, and it's good.
Sounds stupid.
The other thing I've been doing is my friend got me into Escape from Tarkov.
Oh yeah, you're playing a lot of that.
So my friend was like, "Hey Anthony, they wiped the server, meaning that every couple months or maybe 1 or 2 times a year, they'll wipe the Tarkov servers, meaning you just restart."
Okay.
Right? So you're not going up against guys with like decked out rigs and you're never going to kill them type of shit. Because there's no matchmaking in that game. It's just
really?
go into the raid. Yeah.
Oh.
So Escape from Tarkov is basically a looter shooter.
Yeah.
It's made by some Russian devs, and it is probably the most realistic shooter I've ever played. This game is built in such a way where, like, if you can get the drop on the enemy and you don't have shit aim, like, you will win. You'll win the firefight, right? But how it works is that you have your PMC character, you gear up with a bunch of stuff.
Yep.
You run into the raid, and what you want to do is you pick a map. They have a bunch of different maps. You pick a daytime, and you go in and you raid. So when you get into the raid, there's a bunch of scavs, which are scavengers, and those are AI control characters. But also, you're dropped into the map with, I think, 13 or 14 other PMCs.
Oh, that's it.
And the goal is to loot as much as you can, kill as much as you can, and then make it to an extraction point out with all your loot.
Is there a time limit?
It's usually pretty long. It's like 40 minutes, 50 minutes. So you can be in there for a bit. But the longer you're in there, the more risky it becomes. Because when you're a PMC, all your stuff is on the line. You can insure your stuff to, like, maybe you'll get it back later. But how insurance works is that you pay money, you click on the items you want to be insured. And if you die, if nobody picks up your stuff in that raid, you'll get it back. But if you die and then someone loots all your shit, you get nothing back. And you kind of just wasted your insurance. But what's risky about it is that when you die, you lose all your stuff. But you can go in as a PMC. You can go in as a scav, sorry. And that's the way so that, like, if you're just really bad at the game and you're perpetually poor, it's not like you have anything. Or it's not like you have nothing, sorry. So you go in, and what they do is that as a scav, you drop in later in the raid. So they pick a server that's maybe like 10 minutes left, 15 minutes left, and they drop you in as one of the AI controlled characters. Oh. So they randomly put you in as an AI controlled character. You start off with like AI controlled loot. So what you can do is that you could just get in as a PMC and fucking hoof it to an exit. Right? And then take all that stuff and use it on your next PMC raid. Or you can risk it for the biscuit, and as a scav, usually you have dog shit gear, you can try and kill a PMC. Or you can, if you really want to risk your reputation, you can kill other scavs. But other scavs are not hostile towards you unless you shoot them. And if you kill them, you lose rep with one of the market people.
Oh, okay.
And from there, the game gets like exponentially more confusing. So you got to keep track of your hydration, your energy, your food intake. Your limbs can get damaged individually. So like if you have a heavy load on, so you got like a 40 kilo backpack on, and you fall off the second story of a building, you'll fracture both your legs, and then you hobble. Oh. And if you don't have a splint, you're hobbling for the rest of the round. If you get a limb blacked out, meaning that your health on that limb goes to 0, it's a dead limb. Like, unless you have a surgical kit, which are super expensive and you're probably not going to have at the beginning, that's donezo. Right? So if you have a blacked out arm, you can still use it to hold your gun, but your aim's going to be all over the place. If you have a blacked out leg, that leg's fucked. You can take a painkiller and, like, resume your normal movement. But if you try and sprint on that blacked out leg, you take damage and you can die from, like, bleed outs and stuff. There was a round where I had a decent amount of loot and it was relatively new because I'm trying to learn this map called Customs. I just died of dehydration.
Nice.
I was in an area and I kept hearing coughing, and I'm like, someone's near me. Someone's coughing up a lung near me. I'm gonna get him. Right? And it turns out it was me. I was the guy coughing. And I just died.
Wow.
If you don't bring in certain stuff. Yeah, I think the only limbs that are fatal if they get blacked out are your thorax, which is your chest, or your head. So if you get domed, you're out. If you get cracked in the chest and blacked out, you're done. And yeah, and it just goes from there. There's no HUD, there's no ammo counter. If you want to like loot, you make a shit ton of noise and people will hear you if they're near you. People exit camp, so if they know this area is an exfil thing, they'll just smack you. Those guys are called rats.
Seems cool.
It's crazy. I can't really start to get into the depth of this game without taking another hour of your time. I think that the first like 3 or 4 sessions I actually played with the game was me going in, like learning inventories, learning what different traders sell and buy, and just going into maps offline and just learning where are exfil zones, where do scavs spawn, and stuff like that. And even though now I kind of got a hand on one map, which is customs, there's still like 5 more maps.
I see.
And even when I do play customs, I still need the reference sheet because you get dropped in randomly into the map.
Reference sheet?
Like, so on my second monitor, I just have a map open. Hell yeah, baby.
God.
Hell yeah, I'm a cheater. So I have a map open on the second monitor, and I just look where all the exfil zones are. Whatever. Whatever. But it's crazy. It's a crazy game. There's different like bullets you can buy. So like your AK doesn't just take AK bullets. It takes certain caliber bullets. And then there's different quality of different caliber bullets. So like the 35 caliber bullet that you get for the regular AK is like bullshit garbage.
Yeah.
But you can get like sick ass full metal jacket, whatever ammo in the same caliber. And that's going to do more damage and more armor penetration than your shitty bullet. There's some guns that shoot subsonic ammo. So when you shoot a gun, the bang is because the bullet is like breaking the sound barrier.
Yeah.
Right? But if you have subsonic ammo, your gun is basically silenced even without it. Right? But those shoot faster, but they do way less damage to armor. Right? And stuff like that. So there's always trade-offs. There's always risk reward. It's kind of like just exiting an infiltration or a raid with like condensed milk. I'm like, fuck yeah, baby. Like, I got out with all my shit. I got a couple kills. I got condensed milk now. There's like a whole side game where you upgrade like your hideout, and your hideout gives you different passive bonuses. So like you can make a workbench to craft gun parts and like customize guns. Yeah. Every part of your gun is customizable. You can make a med station to like make your own meds and stuff like that.
So what's the end game here? Like, what's the goal?
Oh baby, let me tell you the end game. So there are certain like level thresholds you want to hit. Yeah. So this reset, apparently the real game starts at level 20. Because that's when you unlock the flea market, which is basically Tarkov eBay. And you can then trade items you find with other people online who also play Tarkov. And you can play the stock market, basically. And really, the end game is to be decked out to however you want. There's quests and stuff you get from traders. So it'll be like, go to this map, kill 15 NPCs, or like, I need this pocket watch from this area, so go find a special key and unlock this truck to get my pocket watch in this level. And so there's a bunch of those, but I've heard apparently the holy grail of this Russian shooter is an Adidas track jacket. So there's a boss called Killa, and he's in the mall level, and his whole thing is that he's a scav boss, so he's always decked out and shit. And he only has like a certain chance to spawn. There's a quest at the end of the game that's like once you've pretty much done every other quest, where it's kill Killa 100 times. And then after you've completed that quest, you get like a little key item. And then after you do that and you pay like 6 million rubles, you unlock a customization that goes under your armor that is the Adidas track jacket. And you get the Slavic Russian meme track jacket. Wow. That's apparently the end game.
Wow. Well, I mean, as long as you're having fun.
It's honestly some of the most fun I've had with a video game in a long time.
Okay.
I'm watching intro videos. I'm watching strategy videos.
Dude.
I'm looking at like, okay, when I get to like a certain level, when I unlock the gunsmith bench, what should I be looking out for? What kind of parts should I be looking out for?
Yeah.
Because you'll get like, so I went into a gun case and I found a bunch of different parts.
Yeah.
I was like, what the fuck are these parts? And it turns out, so it was a grip, a rail, and like a something else, I forget. But I was all three of those parts I needed to combine to actually make a foregrip on my gun.
Yeah.
To attach to an AK. And it's just like, holy shit. It took 3 parts to make one foregrip, because that's what it would be in real life when they study these guns. And there's a GameSpot I guess not expose, like featurette on the game where they get a guy who's an expert gun curator in a museum, and they get him to look at Tarkov, and he's like, this is all like 100% real bullshit. Like you would need to do all this. Like they've studied guns to the point where it's like you're shooting. It's a gun sim.
Pretty cool.
Yeah, and I'm having a ton of fun.
How much is this game?
So there's different tiers you can get because it's still in beta.
What? This game's not out?
It's a beta game, baby.
What?
Yeah.
What?
You can't get it on Steam.
Oh, you can't?
You have to. They have their own launcher.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
That's a no for me then.
Yeah, so they have their own launcher. Actually, the security in this thing is nuts. Like 2-factor, they don't have 2-factor, but like the amount of shit you have to go through. Actually, wait, no, they do have 2-factor, but it's through your email. So they send you a code into your email and all this stuff. Yeah, so here it is. So pre-order Tarkov, if you click on that.
Yeah.
So it gives you a bunch of different, so you can get the standard copy all the way down to Edge of Darkness. So I got this copy. It gives you a bit more stash space, and you can upgrade at any time, but you can go all the way down to like $140 or some bullshit. The Edge of Darkness edition. Yeah, which gets you all access to like later DLCs, like a season pass kind of thing when it actually releases.
Yeah.
But also I heard the good thing with this game is that like even if you buy the standard edition, that final stash level in the Edge of Darkness edition, you can just get that.
Oh.
Right? You can just upgrade to it. So you're not always stuck.
Wow.
In that. Yeah.
Okay. Cool.
But it's a sick game. It's kind of hooked me like, I don't know, nothing I've played in the past 2 years at least.
It's good.
So
it's good.
I'm having a lot of friends, and I was playing with some of my friends. The only way to recognize your teammates is to either have a colored armband that you all decide on, or just to memorize what they look like. And so it's constant communication in the Discord. It's like, okay, I'm looting this body, and then they go somewhere else. It's okay, where did you guys go? And they're like, oh, we were at the 2nd floor. I'm like, okay, I'm going up the stairs. Don't shoot me. It's me, and all this stuff. Because like 1 shot or 2 shots, like you're dead. Yeah, type of deal. So it's real. We had a firefight in the woods map. Some guy was looting inside a house that we had gone into, and he was like, oh fuck, they're in the house I'm in. He camped in one of the bedrooms. Blew out my friend, and he's like, there's a guy in that room. And then me and the other guy were like, well, shit. So I sprinted past the door, just blowing random shotgun shells into the door, hopefully to just either peg him or to just see where he is. I get over onto the other side of this like hallway. Yeah. And I didn't communicate that like, hey, I didn't go in the room. He's still in the room. The other, my friend's friend came in, saw another guy down the hallway, and just blasted me in the face. And it's like, well, what happens to your loot? It's like, well, you can either commit insurance fraud, which is you take your loot and just throw it somewhere nobody will like into a bush or something, and no one would ever check, and then you'll get it back later. Yeah. But yeah, it's just like, wow, you really got to communicate in this game because like 1-2 shots and you're donezo. So, wow, it's pretty interesting. It's pretty fun. Cool. It's yeah, I can't wait to unlock the gunsmithing because you can make some wild guns in that game. Cool. And then probably the biggest thing I've been doing all week is Mario Golf Super Rush, baby.
Oh, you actually played this?
I've been playing Mario. I'm on the 3rd world
of
out of 5, I think. Wow. Bro, I've been playing golf.
Okay.
So, Super Mario Golf Super Rush, the story mode is that you're the Mii,
Yeah.
You're me, and you're a golf rookie,
Okay.
right? You, Toadette, Boo, you're all golf rookies.
Yeah.
Charge and Chuck,
Yeah.
the classics.
Okay.
And you have to go up and do medal challenges to get go from, I think it's like iron medal to gold. And each world will have a different style of golf for you to play. So the first world is just some regular ass golf.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you're hitting the ball, it's going in the hole. You got to run to your ball. You got like a special dash and stuff. It's pretty good.
Cool.
But then there's, I think it was like XE golf is the second world, and that one is like there's one map, right? But there's 9 greens all over the map, and you need to get into each hole within a limited number of shots.
Okay.
So you have to like hit it into the, okay, here's one pin like way on one end of the map, and then you have to work your way to the other end of the map. But there's like a bunch of hazards, there's a bunch of elevation changes, so you can like hit your ball into tornadoes so they go up a level. And stuff like that if you don't have like the proper clubs to just like pitch it up.
Yeah.
And stuff like that. And then the other one I just unlocked is in the desert level. It's speed golf. And it's not necessarily how many shots you get it in, but it's how fast you finish the hole. Because you're playing in the desert, and if you run out of water in your body, you faint and you lose.
Wow. Wow.
But it is very, very simple golf. If you remember like Hot Shots type of stuff, where it is you press A, the bar goes up.
Yes.
You press A at the desired power level, and then another bar goes up to where that bar was. And then you press A again, and you can like curve your shot anywhere within there. And yeah, and then you hit the ball, and it goes far.
Okay.
Right, just like real golf.
Wow.
It's got special shots. It's got some other stuff. I'm looking forward to getting towards more of the end game levels because they seem more wild. Like even in the desert level right now, I'm running into the pokies, the little the sandworms that are spiky. Those things.
Oh yes.
Yeah. I'm running into those, so they're just on the track. And if you really want to fuck over your opponent, you can like super dash into them on the course, so it blocks their ball, type of thing.
Mm-hmm.
Each person has a different special shot, which fucks up the course in some way. So if you're King Babomb, you'll just long bomb that shit. But wherever it lands, it'll just stick. It won't roll after, and it'll put bombs around your ball that blow any other balls away. So you can blow your opponent's ball into the rough or into out of bounds or whatever. And it's just 100% arcade golf.
Yeah.
I love it. It's good.
I'm glad you're having fun.
It's very fun. Highly recommend. Honestly, I know you went golfing today. Could up your golf game by getting some hot tips and tricks.
I have no interest in upping my golf game.
All right, okay. Impress the guys on the links.
Listen, I don't care.
Impress the boys.
I don't need to impress anybody.
All right, okay. All right. But yeah, I'm having fun with it. It's pretty good. It's definitely guilty pleasure.
Okay. Oh, so it's bad.
Huh?
Ah.
What are you talking about?
Okay.
What are you talking about?
Ah. He said it.
I didn't say it. I didn't say nothing.
Okay.
Prove it. And yeah, that's been my week. My school's getting so busy.
As school does, yeah.
We'll see how that goes. But I'm almost done.
Okay.
I'm almost done.
Cool.
But we have a review.
We do.
We have the end of the show review. If you do not want to hear Fast 9 spoilers,
trust me,
get it because it's cars.
It doesn't matter. I don't think we're gonna be here long.
Yeah, we saw Fast 9.
We did.
And you know what? We gotta set it up.
Go set it up.
All right. So like Dom and Letty.
Yeah.
They got a kid now. All right. That's not even Letty's kid.
Yeah.
It's just Dom's kid.
Yeah.
And they're living in the countryside.
Yeah.
They're living in the middle of nowhere, and all of a sudden an unmarked car rolls up on them, and they didn't have any scheduled guests. So Dom pulls out the shotgun. Turns out it's Luda.
Yeah.
Luda and the hacker team, and they're like, "Hey guys, we have another thing for you." Turns out that someone's been doing super spy shit, and they stole Mr. Nobody.
Super spy shit.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
And they stole Mr. Nobody. And they have a lock on a new super ultra secret technology weapon.
Yeah?
Remember the God's Eye? It's like that, but worse.
What's worse?
But it's worse.
What's worse?
And so they're like, but Dom's like, I'm retired. I got my kid. I can't do this anymore. I'm not the man I used to be.
Yeah.
Right, I'm a family man now. Then Letty leaves him.
Because she's gonna go do it.
And that's literally the setup to the movie.
Yeah.
The literally setup is Letty's like, I'm gonna go. And then they give the kid to Brian, apparently.
Yeah, somehow.
And then they do super spy shit. Like, that's the whole setup to the movie. It's so simple. It's so stupid. And that's really, I'm serious. Like, I'm not joking. Everything I've told you is like the first 20 minutes of the movie.
No, it's like the first 10.
Okay, it's like the first 10 minutes of the movie.
Yeah, it's not 20 minutes. We're not suffering through it. It could even be 5 for all.
Well, there's that flash. And also, the other thing they do is that they have flashbacks.
Okay.
So this movie actually takes time to explain Dom's backstory from Fast and the Furious 1.
Yes.
Right? When they're talking, he's like, Brian, he's not a good guy. Beat a man half to death with a pipe wrench. Like, that thing. They explain that.
Yeah.
Right? And that, my friend, is how they shoe in John Cena as Dom's brother.
Uh-huh.
And that's also how they shoe in how Dom knew the Cuban guys. Because he met them in jail.
Oh, yeah,
right?
yeah.
So yeah, it turns out that everything's connected. Everything is destiny.
They're not connected.
And nothing is stronger than family.
Oh, God. Oh, God. Oh, God.
The amount of Looney Tunes bullshit they do in this movie, like the trailer where he Tarzans his car, that's just the tip of the iceberg, baby. Yeah. That's like the tamest shit they do in this movie.
Yeah, it's something.
How do I even talk about this movie? Like, what do we even talk about here?
I don't know. There's like plot-wise,
sparse.
Like, yeah, like they do cool stuff and they save the world.
It turns out that the reasons Dom's dad died is because the brother was told by Dom's dad to put a cut in the fuel line.
Yeah. So
that when he hits a wall, because he's going to throw the race to get some money because they're in debt, it'll go up in flames and it'll look really legit or whatever. But it was too good and it just blew the car up. Right?
I think you misunderstood what happened.
What happened?
All he has to do is cut the line so the engine cuts out. That's it. It's just supposed to be a simple mechanical failure.
But he fucked it up?
No, the guy hit him. The other
guy hit him, and that's okay. Yeah. So that he did that, and the engine was supposed to fail, and then the other guy hit him, and it blew the fuck up.
Exactly.
There we go.
There's gasoline everywhere.
Yeah, there we go. So he blew the fuck up, and then so Dom's brother was promised the father to never tell Dom.
Yeah.
But then Dom got out of jail and raced him. And then told him, if you lose, you keep on driving. And then he lost and he kept on driving.
Yeah.
And then that's why we haven't seen him for 9 movies.
Yeah. Jesus.
Because it's not family anymore. It's the worst thing you could do to Toretto.
Oh,
is take away their family.
Yeah. And he became a super spy.
And he became a super spy in the interim. And yeah, and then through all this family bullshit, they meet Han. There's a device that's going to be like the God's Eye, but for all technology because it goes into space.
Yeah.
Like, the plot of this movie is so brutally simplistic. There is no nuance. Like, even Fast and the Furious 1 had more nuance than this.
Yeah.
It is crazy how straightforward the story is here.
Yes.
It is just set up as, like, we need points to do cool shit. And the story actually came afterwards. Like, I feel that they said, I want these action scenes in this movie.
Yeah.
Write a story around these action scenes.
Yeah.
Rather than, here's a story, write action scenes in the story.
Yeah. I was just amazed at how much, like, yes, one of my complaints about the series is, like, it's gotten away from street racing.
Yeah.
But now it's just gotten away from cars.
It's gotten away from... What are you talking about? They got a Pontiac Fiero with a rocket strapped to it.
No, like, they don't even, like, that's not even a count. Like... There's like 0 car porn in this show or in this movie.
Yeah, they get into nice cars. They show nice cars, but it's not like, look at this car, like that type of thing.
Like it's. I'm amazed that like
they're the Expendables now.
Yeah, like they do cool stuff with cars. Well, I mean, that's a debatable term. I don't know if it's cool.
Like they don't even have the cheesy thing like when they were in Dubai in the last movie. and they had like he lifted up the supercar
Oh,
for
yeah,
thing,
yeah.
and they're like, this baby goes whatever to whatever
Yeah,
in seconds and blah
yeah.
blah blah. Like they didn't even have that. They didn't have like some new hypercar to show off.
No.
They were just like, here's a Ford GT.
Yeah.
Here's a bunch of Lambos with a bunch of hot girls dancing on them.
Yeah.
And that's about it.
Yeah.
And a Pontiac Fiero, which actually becomes a key plot point.
But that doesn't make sense. Like, at the beginning, okay, so yeah, I guess. When they're like, we gotta split up.
Yeah.
Why do Tyrese and Ludacris go to Germany?
They don't explain that.
They don't.
Yeah.
They're just like, go here. Why?
You know what the other
And they don't even know who these people are.
Yeah, they're just like, why are they here? They just heard. I think it was like, it probably implied that it's like Han knew these people.
Or Dom knew these people.
Or Dom knew these
Yeah.
Oh, Dom knew these people. Yeah,
Yeah.
because Han hadn't even been introduced at
Yeah,
that point.
yeah,
So Dom knew these people. So
Yeah.
Dom's like, go to Germany, dog. Right? But there's so much shit in there that's just like unexplained.
Yeah.
Dude, I don't even remember this. Did they find Mr. Nobody?
No.
Yeah. The whole thing was like, Mr. Nobody is missing.
Yeah.
And this thing is missing.
Yeah.
So find both. They only find one. They only find one. Like, oh, what the fuck?
Yeah, like, then who has Mr. Nobody?
Where? That's Fast 10.
Yeah, I guess so. That's the Fast 10 trilogy.
Oh my god. Oh, the last one is 10, 10, 2.
Yeah,
10, 2 has dress spheres.
Yeah, 10-3.
What the fuck, dude? There's so much about this movie that makes they break the fourth wall so many times, especially with Tyrese's character.
That's my favorite part of the movie.
When
That's
when
my
he's just
favorite
like,
part of the movie.
Maybe I'm immortal.
Yeah, like there is a scene where 15 guys surround him with
Trained military experts.
with AKs.
They got the high ground, the low ground.
Yeah.
They got everything.
And Tyrese is like looks at a gun on the floor, he picks it up, and he mows them all down.
He kills 15 military
As these
experts.
15 guys are shooting Tyrese.
All in the body armor.
Yes. Only in the body armor. Like, what? And then he has to go and be like, I am invincible.
Yeah, he has a whole scene with Ludacris.
Yeah.
Where they talk about how, like, maybe I'm invincible. We've done shit that's wild.
Yeah.
I just shot down 15 dudes. And, like, that whole scene, I was expecting, like, someone to show up off screen that actually really killed him.
Yeah.
Right? No one does.
Yeah.
It was all Tyrese. Tyrese is God tier in this fucking franchise.
There is a scene where Tyrese gets crushed by a truck and walks out like nothing happened.
No, it's straight Looney Tunes. It is
Yeah.
the gag where something falls on the character, but it turns out it's just perspective, right? It's just 2D perspective, so really it fell in front of the character.
It doesn't
instead.
matter though. Like the whole point is like it's ridiculous.
Yeah. They do straight up Looney Tunes bullshit.
Yeah.
Like Animaniacs level
Yeah.
of plot armor.
Yeah.
It's insane.
I did not like it how they were like, oh, we left the kids with Brian.
You know that's gonna be it from now on, right?
I know, I hated that. And like I'm like, that's such a cop-out. You can't use that. I'm like, but fine, I'll bite. I'll just whatever.
Yeah.
For the sake of the argument, sure, they're out. But then his wife shows up.
Yeah.
And you're like, you expect me to believe Brian was like, nah, I'm not, honey. You deal with it.
Yeah, I'll take care of the kids. That's some bullshit.
Yeah.
Like, I can't believe Mia showed up in this stupid movie. Like, I love her character. Like, I get it. She's a part of Dom's family.
Yeah.
But what the fuck is she doing here?
Yeah.
You got kids. You got out of the game with your husband.
Yeah.
And now you're just fighting assassins in Tokyo.
Yeah.
This was Han's Mexico, baby.
Speaking of which, Han was like the big reveal from the trailer. He might be the biggest disappointment.
He didn't do anything.
He did jack shit.
The thing that I thought he was gonna do from the trailer, he didn't even do it.
Yeah, I know, it wasn't him.
And then they had that little thing at the end where he meets Jason Statham's character.
Yeah.
Because they retconned his death twice.
Yeah, there was a magic trick.
So that's the thing. That's the fucked up thing about this movie. So not only did they make Jason Statham the villain by showing him kill Han in one of the end credits in earlier movies, they then retconned that exact same thing.
Yeah.
So where, like, actually, even though we showed you the next 10 seconds after this whole thing happened, there's actually 3 more seconds that was actually happening behind the scenes. And it was Mr. Nobody that pulled him out of the car to make it look like Han was dead.
Yeah, I don't know.
You know what? I'm gonna say it out loud.
Yes.
This movie's not good.
They haven't been good since like 5.
This particular movie is not good.
This is not a good
Do
film.
I recommend it?
Oh God. Oh God.
Yes.
Oh, God.
Absolutely.
Oh, God.
Because so I've actually learned a very important fact. So apparently since the 7th movie, one of the major financial contributors of this franchise has been the China Film Company, which is the biggest state-owned film company in China.
So?
They're owned by the government.
So? What are you saying? What are you trying to say?
So I'm saying that the reason that this whole thing has gone off the fucking rails is because of that.
No.
So it turns out that the Chinese market, their whole thing, the thing that like the Chinese people love, is absolutely bonkers, dog shit, crazy action like this. So when you take into consideration, like we saw the Dynasty Warriors movie recently, it all comes together.
Yeah.
And then it also makes sense why John Cena would have to apologize in Mandarin for saying Taiwan is a country, which Taiwan is a place. So fuck you. If you don't believe Taiwan is a place, Taiwan is a place. Suck my dick. So like everything's starting to come together, and now I'm like, what if the next movie is just like Chinese propaganda?
No.
What if Dom starts talking Mandarin?
No.
And he goes to like Mao's grave, and he's like, "This is one of the greatest families of all time, the Chinese nation, the family."
I don't know if like. I don't know if I could if I roll with that conspiracy. I don't want to say it's China's influence. If anything, I want to say it's Vin Diesel.
All right.
Remember, Diesel's a big nerd. He loves this kind of dumb bullshit.
He does.
Too.
He's ready.
And I want to believe that like Hollywood was like, this shit, like, what are you doing?
But Vin Diesel was like, I have the biggest movie franchise in the world.
He's like, if you're not going to fund it, I will find someone who
Yeah.
will. And I want to believe it's still all in his head.
All right.
In his head, it makes sense.
But what if it's just like a coincidence then? What if it's just like in his head it's dumb bullshit, but then China's like, we love that dumb bullshit legitimately.
Oh, fine, yeah. It's
Right?
like, it's a match made in heaven. Sure.
But then they're like, hey, listen, we've done like 3 movies already. What if you throw in a little bit of communism in there?
No.
You know,
No.
what if you throw in a little, or maybe like a we won't say China, but what if you throw in a reference to like the USSR? You know,
No.
You know when they go to get Soviet submarines?
No,
Bro.
no.
Bro.
Can't be. No. But yeah, this movie was dumb as fuck.
Bro, go see it. It's if you've watched the other movies, you're kind of obligated.
No, you're not.
Just go see it.
You are not obligated.
So far, this is on my top movie of the year list.
You have got to be shitting me.
This might be my number 1 movie this
might
year.
Be disappointment of the year.
I think it might be there too.
Oh God.
I think it might be on both.
you can't have it both ways.
I think I can. I think I can.
Yeah, I don't know. Like I think most people, everyone, for real,
in the theater.
Like no, I just mean like
Okay.
everybody who's ever watched these movies. I think for them, the series really did end with 7.
Yeah, when they went their separate ways.
Yeah,
Paul's no longer a part of the picture.
we don't know what the hell this is. I mean, there is a couple things about this movie. Actually, no, there's only one thing I like about this movie besides Tyrese.
Okay.
And I was talking to you about this after we watched it, and like I did find it cool how like they just did frame by frame. They just referenced the first movie's final scene.
In the final
They
scene
have
of
an
the
orange
yeah.
Supra. He's looking over a cliff. He turns around.
Yep.
He chases a truck.
Yep.
He climbs on top of the Supra.
Yep.
Reaches out his hand. At the end, he's like, "Yo, someone once gave me a 10-second car."
Yeah.
It's like fuck. Yeah.
So it's pretty much everything, right?
Yeah. So I'm like, oh, full circle. So like, what the hell's the last movie gonna be?
And the thing is, like, they went to space, right?
Again, like what?
They went to space in this movie. I'm not fucking with you. They get the Pontiac Fiera that was a joke in the trailer. It goes to space. They put Ludacris and Tyrese into space.
That makes no sense either because okay, Tokyo Drift. What was the main character's name? Sean.
Sean, yeah,
Sean?
Sean, played by Lucas Black.
So why is he a rocket engineer now? In
So-
Germany with Bow Wow?
And the fucking mechanic from Tokyo Drift, but only the dude. The girl wasn't anywhere to be seen.
Apparently,
I
yeah.
don't know where she went. But the dude, the mechanic, comedy duo, who are only there for like slapstick, your
Yeah.
turbo leg is
Yeah.
wrong. I don't need diagnostics to tell me how I drive, okay? That thing, they're nowhere to be seen. Sean's girlfriend's nowhere to be seen.
Yeah.
And just somehow Bow Wow is now a fucking business genius that can get venture capitalists to fund rocket bullshit in Germany. For a guy who failed out of high school to go street race, but is now a rocket scientist with his engineering buddy that they met in Japan.
You know, the one thing about this movie that really fucked with my perception of time was Tyrese and Ludacris. They look the same.
They look good.
Like since 2000,
But the
what,
thing is,
2002?
they're fit as fuck.
Sure, whatever. Bow Wow looks old.
Bow Wow has no neck.
And you have to remember that he came in after Tyrese and Ludacris, and somehow he has aged beyond them.
I don't want to say we're fat shaming Bow Wow. But,
I mean, he got a little chunky.
Yeah, he got a little chunky.
But he also
But I
just
think
looks,
the reason that Tyrese and Ludacris like look younger is because like those guys work out like a motherfucker.
I'm sure they do. but,
Ludacris's
like,
Instagram is just him pumping iron.
yeah, but it's just like I couldn't believe it. I was like, oh, these movies really have been around for 20 years.
Yeah, I think Lucas Black has like some grays in him. Like
yeah,
he
like,
looks old.
And he's got a receding hairline.
He's got some crow's feet going on.
Like it's wild.
Bruh.
Yeah. So I don't know. This movie sucks.
This movie is garbage, but also highly recommended. I kind of enjoyed every minute of it, except for the Star Wars scene. That was bullshit.
Well, what even was the
Star Wars
scene?
dialogue where they're trying to have their little funny villain quip off? That was the worst part of the movie. That might have been the worst part of the franchise.
Oh man!
And that's saying a lot because there's a lot of dumb shit in Too Fast, Too Furious.
Yeah, I guess like the one saving grace is if you love the depth-defying gravity and physics from the series, this movie will not disappoint.
Do you remember Burnout? Remember the game Burnout?
Yeah.
You hit cars, you get boost.
Yeah.
There was Burnout Revenge.
Oh yes.
Where they had the one where you could shunt cars and then hit people's cars into other cars.
Yeah.
Right? They do that in this movie.
Oh yeah.
But they do it to catch their friend. They do it to catch their family. They shunt cars to curve the car to catch people falling off of tanks. Like, it's the craziest bullshit you've ever seen in your life. It makes absolutely no sense.
Yes.
But if you've seen all the movies, if you've been keeping up with the franchise, I feel like you gotta see it.
Yeah.
Just to see where it's going.
Vin Diesel's character continues the test of what you believe human limits are.
He's Hercules.
Yeah, jeez.
Dude, you said it. He's Samson in that one scene. He breaks the chains that bind him.
Yeah, like what? What?
He straight up Mortal Kombat fatalities a dude on a rail.
He does. He does. Oh man, I don't know. Like the sad part is like I'm pot committed. Like I have to see the
Hell yeah, brother.
You have to see the journey through.
Like that's what I'm saying. Like this isn't good. Honestly, if I had to put it in like the ranking list, it's going even below Too Fast, Too Furious.
Yeah, that's
or
saying
it's
something.
or it's even tied with Too Fast, Too Furious. If I want to be generous.
I don't know.
Because, like,
it's tough.
bro, I don't know.
It's tough.
Too Fast, Too Furious has Devin Aoki. And any movie with Devin Aoki is like a fucking 0. So,
I don't know, man.
Like, when you see Mila Jovovich in a movie, you're like, okay, this is going to be camp. It's going to be like a 4 at best.
Yeah.
When you see Devin Aoki in a movie, you know you're having a bad time.
That movie also had Eva Longoria, right? No, it had...
did have Eva Longoria.
Was it her?
Sure. I think so. She was the cop for Brian. Like the girl watching it.
Oh, yes.
And then she had to be like the sexy Latina to like, because they were infiltrating the fucking cocaine ring.
No, it wasn't Eva Longoria.
Who was it? I think it was Eva Longoria.
No, it couldn't have been. It couldn't
Too
have been.
Fast, Too Furious.
It has to be some other Spanish girl.
Eva Mendes.
Eva Mendes. That's
You know what?
who it
Same
was.
person.
Oh,
Same
wow.
person.
Wow.
Wait, Eva Longoria.
She was Desperate Housewives. That's why.
Yeah. Oh man, Eva Mendes is way hotter. Let's go.
Okay. Keep it.
Oh yeah, she's got the mole. She was in that movie with Will Ferrell. with Mark Wahlberg and Will Ferrell. The Other Guys.
Oh,
That's a good movie.
Okay. Sure.
But yeah, Eva Mendes is in it. But yeah, Devin Aoki's in it. Bro, I think my computer's listening to me because I looked up Too Fast, Too Furious cast, and the first picture is Devin Aoki.
Yeah, because they know.
They knew.
They know. They're like, it doesn't matter how much you say you hate her. They know you really love her.
They know you're coming for.
Fucking liar.
Yo, who played Kasumi in Dead or Alive? Devin Aoki. Bro. But yeah, that whole thing. That was a ride. It was from start to finish. The whole theater had groans, laughs, sighs. A fight almost broke out in the theater. I don't know if that was because of the movie, but it might have been.
Yeah, it was just so bad.
Yeah, like these two guys were fucking fighting each other. Yeah, this is a wild movie, and it's one of the best movies I've seen all year, baby.
No.
It's not even good.
No. Why? Why must you?
I don't know. I enjoyed every part of it. I was laughing my ass off through every scene. Every time Dom mentions family, every time he tries to go it alone, he's like, your family's got your back. You didn't tell us about your brother. You didn't tell us about family. I thought we were a family. Why didn't you tell us about your extended family? That might as well have been a dialogue scene.
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
So good, baby.
I don't know.
So good. I love it.
I don't know. Whatever, man.
Yeah. So Fast and Furious 9, not a good movie. Go see it. Go see it before IMAX, 4D, D-Box, whatever you got to do.
No. No.
Whatever you got to do, baby.
I don't got anything, man. No. I'm good. You know what? It's over. It's over. This podcast is over.
No, you said Fast 10. You got to commit. You're committed to the timeline.
I hope it doesn't come up for another, like, 5 years.
What if it's just like the reverse of Smallville? Where like
What?
the first 8 movies are pretty decent, and the last 2 movies are dog shit.
Oh, God. That'd be such a painful way to sign off. Like, Paul Walker is rolling in his grave right now.
He probably would have been all for this.
No, he's not. He's like,
giant goofball.
You know why? Because he's like, where the fuck's my skyline? You didn't even put one in there for
We thought it was at the end of the movie. They're like, one seat's empty.
Oh, God.
Oh, no, he's coming. And then you hear the skyline come down. Come on. He pulls into the driveway. And it fades to black.
Stupid.
What a great movie.
Whatever.
So yeah, go see it.
No, don't.